Did you know that all states have a process for inspecting senior care facilities? And most states make the reports from those inspections available to the public. Understanding how to access reports and what to look for is an indispensable tool for families who want to know more about a community beyond what they may see during an in-person tour or what they may read on a community's website. Making the decision to move to a senior living community is a big decision, and knowing that a facility can be trusted to care for you or a loved one is a major part of finding the right fit. By the end of this video, you'll know how to locate inspection reports and how to access them, whether through the state's website or a public information request by phone or in writing. In case you haven't met me in any of our other videos, my name is Grace, and I'm with The Place for Mom. I help create tools and resources for seniors and their families to help them evaluate their options for care. Each state has their own system for regulating senior care facilities. They also likely have separate standards for evaluating the different types of care facilities. For example, in most states, a nursing home will be evaluated differently than an assisted living community or a home care agency. Frequency of inspections also varies by state. Some do annual inspections, some conduct inspections every 18 months, and others have a 3-year inspection cycle. Inspections are often conducted unannounced by inspectors or surveyors who work for the state agency responsible for regulating senior care facilities. These specific agencies vary by state, but are often departments related to management of public health, such as the Department of Public Health, the Office of Healthcare Assurance, the Department of Health and Human Services, and the Department of Community Health, for example. During an inspection, inspectors or surveyors evaluate a facility based on state regulatory laws that are specific to the type of care facility. This may include staffing regulations, admissions requirements, care quality, food handling, and building safety, just to name a few. As you explore senior care facilities for yourself or a loved one, you may be curious how the communities on your list have done on their inspections. And in just about every state, you can check on the status of a facility's license and review their inspection reports. Many states have a website for this, which I'll walk you through next. But before we start looking at how to navigate inspection sites, I want to remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other helpful advice and information about senior care types and weighing your options. The first step is to find the website that hosts the inspection reports in your state. Now, I'll level with you. Depending on your state, this can be quite the challenge. I highly recommend starting on the page for your specific state on the A Place for Mom website because it already lists the regulatory agencies for each state. We'll have all of those linked below. Or you can take the longer route and do it all through a search engine like Google. If you go this route, it's important you use the specific type of community you're searching for. The first thing I would try is a quick Google search along the lines of who regulates assisted living facilities in my state. Go to that agency's website, which should have some sort of search bar where you can type in assisted living inspection reports. If that doesn't generate any results, go back to Google and search specifically for your state and the report you were looking for. So for example, this time I'd type in assisted living inspection reports in Colorado. Once you're on the agency's site, step 2 is to search the community you're interested in. By now, you should have found a page that allows you to enter in the community's name, the type of care they offer, the city, county, and zip code. You don't usually need to enter all of that information, but it's important to at least enter the community name, the type, and location. For example, I'd search community name, assisted living, and Denver. After providing this information, the agency's site should return a list of communities for you to review. For step 3, you'll click on the community name, which will bring you to a page that provides information about that community. In some states, you may find basic license and inspection information. For example, the page may simply indicate that a facility's license is active and that they do or do not have outstanding violations. Other results in different states may offer more in-depth information, such as a license expiration date and a link to the inspection reports. And again, the details included in the individual inspection reports will vary by state, but most will, at the very least, name any specific allegations, citations, violations, or complaints. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, not all states host inspection reports on a public site. States that don't have an inspection report website will often provide the information about senior care facilities through a phone or written request. You can usually find details on how to request information on the regulatory agency's website or by calling the general information number they provide. If you want to learn more details about how regulations and inspection reports work, you can check the page for your state in the description, where you'll also see a rating for how easy or difficult it is to access this type of information. There's also some other helpful state-specific information that would be helpful if you're in the midst of comparing your care options, or if you're exploring ways to cover the cost of care. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or want to share your own advice with other caregivers, drop those in the comments section. If you'd like to learn more about senior living options, we'll have some helpful content linked in the description. And for more advice on caregiving, senior care, and more, you can visit our website at aplaceformom.com. Thanks for watching.